Hello, everybody. Welcome to Clueless Company. I'm Chris.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Gerardo.
And we're back at it again, but not with white vans.
Oh. Well, I do have vans.
I actually do have white vans.
All right, we're back at it again with the white vans. Oh, how's your day going, I guess, guys?
Great, I guess.
You woke up fucking late as always.
I do.
You just woke up like an hour and a half ago?
I woke up at like 11 and then like 11:30 and then like close to 12.
So about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
So
So
why do I even get up at like 7 every day? It's like I should just do what
do
Steven
because
does.
it's...
you really should.
I don't know why I don't.
I can't do what Steven does because my clock doesn't work that way. Like my inner clock.
My inner clock's so fucked. It doesn't matter. Like I could wake up anywhere between 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Dude, I could be up till like 2 a.m. and still wake up at around 5.
Yeah, my margin of error for like is like an hour. It's like if I like sleep real late, like 2 in the morning or whatever, I get up probably at like 9. It's like when I would normally get up at like an 8 or a 7.
If I force myself to sleep like late, I just feel like shit the rest of the day.
I always feel like shit. It's fine.
Well, okay, never mind. That's
All right.
doing, I guess.
But
He's learned from Nick well.
I can wake up or go to sleep at any point in the day or night. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Well, you have a superpower, my friend.
That was like my dad. My dad could always do that. My dad can nap anywhere. In the middle of a theater, on a boat, doesn't matter where he is. Like, he can sleep anywhere he wants. That was always a superpower to me, because I cannot do that. I have trouble falling asleep normally. I still sleep pretty regularly. I don't have a problem. But it's like, I cannot just, like, lay down and sleep. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Back in
I used to be able to do that, but not anymore.
back in high school and middle school, waking up at like 6, 7 a.m., I'd often go back to sleep. But sometimes it wouldn't be in my bed. Sometimes it'd be on the stairs. Sometimes it'd be under my desk.
What? You go to sleep on the stairs? How'd you do that? What are you, a cartoon character? You like wake up as a zigzag?
I woke up and then like I started going downstairs. I'm like, fuck this. And I went back to sleep. Just laid down.
Use your backpack as like a support.
Well, my back
I
wasn't
guess.
on yet. Like as I just woke up.
Gotcha.
See, I've had the moments where, like, when I was a kid, and obviously I was in like shared rooms, so I would have to leave. So it's like I would have times where be like I could sleep an hour, I could leave and get out, and I would be like heading downstairs to sleep, or like to relax, and I'd think I could sleep. It never once dawned on me, I'll go back upstairs to go to bed. I'd be too lazy. It never dawned on me to sleep on the stairs. I feel like I get stepped on in my family. Like there'd just be too many. I had 4 brothers plus 2 parents, so people running down the stairs all the time. I couldn't sleep on the stairs. You could barely have time in the bathroom.
Me, it'd be like, my brother would probably be still asleep. My mom would be downstairs making breakfast, and then my dad would already be gone to work. So
I didn't have that problem. It was just me.
You and your mama?
Yep. That single child life.
Yeah. Normally more like, not always better gifts, we need more expensive, but more thoughtful gifts for things like Christmas and holidays. Too many kids, like I get like, oh, you haven't gotten a shirt in a while. You get a shirt.
Yeah. Well.
You have to spread it around everyone. They can't keep track. They're like, oh yeah, Chris wants like a bike now. He hates bike. They can't keep track of crap like that. It's just like, unless you tell them, and it's like a distinct conversation. It's like they're not. You can't run around to every kid and all the time. It's too much. And now with grandkids, oh my god, my parents have already started. My parents have bought probably 15 to 20 different like gifts already for grandkids.
jeez.
Like a lot of them clothes. I think it's an easy gift for parents to get from grandparents. But it's like they're like doing it early now. 'Cause it's too. There's too much. There's too much.
I can't even think about getting Christmas gifts right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm gonna be getting people. Like,
Yeah, what are you getting us?
well, I'm still working on that car.
We need the company car with the logo on
I'm also
the hood.
working on the studio. The lease.
Fucking good Pinocchio liar over here.
He's been working on that for months.
Also, working on getting them paychecks.
That's hard to work on though.
That
Takes
is
years.
That is years in the making.
Oh god, I looked up. So there was a calculator. Good topic jump. Fucking calculator jump for YouTube. It was like how much views do you get per day, and then what's your average engagement? Like 50. Do they watch 50% of your content? Do they watch full 100? Like bigger people, like Try Guys, obviously they can get like 30,000 to 40,000 probably views a day, and then they have 100% engagement, which jumps up the pay a lot. I kept it at 50. So when you were going around that mark of like the 30,000 was where you'd become like self-sufficient for a single person. It was something like 50 to 80,000 a year they'd be making, and that's
Damn.
30,000 views a day.
With only 50% of your content.
Yeah, which
Or, like,
with people only watching through 50% of your videos basically.
that's insane.
So that reduces engagement, and then advertising goes down for YouTube and like view, like, cause people aren't watching and stuff. So, for YouTube,
what's 100%? How much is that?
I didn't look it up. We'd have to check. It started when I did it smaller, so I started looking at like, what could we get? So that is where I did do the 100% engagement one, and it like doubled to tripled it, like the amount of money you're making if you're doing the 100%. Because you have to understand a lot of advertising groups, and YouTube especially, because they like to, if you do the 2 ad system, which some people do, it's that kind of doubles your amount of advertising dollar in the length of time that people are watching YouTube videos. So to YouTube, that is very worth it to have 100% like watch rate.
Damn.
So it's like when you get up to that level, that's where they start giving you more money, because then that's more of an advertising opportunity for them and an advertising opportunity for you necessarily. So that's why also some people who get the million views, like the 5 million views, where they're probably averaging like maybe 50,000 a day.
Yeah.
Like they don't really do YouTube ads because it's more economically beneficial for them just to run
Without the ad.
outside ads. Yeah, and have other companies, like private companies, put advertising in. Like Audible. No, I'm just kidding. I wish.
And a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. No, we're not sponsored. By anything you see here, I don't.
Sponsored by
Anything you
Gerardo.
see here. Fucking your shit, motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does length
What
of the video
shirt?
matter?
It wasn't in the calculator, admittedly, because this was a third-party website that was doing it,
Yeah.
so it wasn't. I don't know if YouTube has. I don't know. Comment below if you know what YouTube has their own calculator. But yeah, I just found some of the outside ones, and I was looking around, like, yeah, what is the amount so we can put money back into the podcast for making it? And yeah, it's like you need to get to the thousands of views a day, not just like total necessarily. Which is probably why the idea of putting out constant content, right? Because then it keeps your view counts
High.
constant throughout the week. Putting out like 3 videos, and there's people going to different ones, so then it ups your daily view count. So I think that's kind of the business end of when people start producing more content.
Gotcha.
But I was looking at that. It was interesting to see that, yeah, if you're a lone YouTuber and you start getting to the 30,000 a day, which I understand is a crap ton. I get that. But if you get to the 30,000 a day, that is where you're making like the $60,000, where if you were like a psych major or whatever, where you're getting an HR job, where you'd be like getting paid around the 60 grand, you could finally equal out if you were a content creator. So it's a lot. I mean, granted, that's just YouTube. So if you were getting thousands a day, you could probably get advertising dollars from outside people and like showing things off and stuff. But
Merch.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, showing off merch or things like that.
Speaking of merch, just kidding.
Send us nothing. 'Cause I'm not opening a PO box for that. I don't. That's weird to me. Like, not weird for people to send people stuff. Would you ever get worried about what people would send you?
A little bit.
I don't know. It'd
People
be kind of interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd be worried just a little bit. People are kind of crazy.
Yeah. Also, I mean, it depends also what your podcast is about. I guess we
Yeah.
end up being a lot about right now, just because it's producing a ton of content, Marvel and Disney and video games. So the things we get sent probably would be, I don't know, like Comic-Con merchandise, cosplay, or whatever. Like, I don't even know what would get sent. It's like we don't really have a brand that's like, we love cake or something. We're going to get a ton of cake like Gabriel Iglesias does, you know? It's like, I don't even know what we'd ever get sent with a podcast style like this, but I don't know. Bella was asking about this. She asked a weird question. Like, I guess you answered too. For like Twitch streamers, do you think female Twitch streamers get gifted things, and it's by companies, we're gonna by companies, more than male streamers? This is a question Bella asked, because Bella keeps wanting to do streaming and stuff, and she wants to push that.
Yeah.
And so she was asking that, as far as it seemed like she was asking more about like room design, like the pink stuff, the lights and everything. Like, would people send you stuff like that? Which I don't think they would, but they might send you some things that are, you know, bookshelf, little cool cartoony things, images and art and stuff. But yeah, do you
Yeah.
think female streamers get sent things more by their fans than male streamers? Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it is interesting because admittedly, I don't know that many female streamers, and that's because it's hard to get into. You're putting a face on the internet, which is hard enough when you're part of a company, let alone if you're just the only person in it. You're gonna get attacked daily, basically.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be a female streamer in general. So I'm sure a little bit of the gifting is deserved, because they get attacked probably more than most. But it is interesting because, yeah, I don't think, like, what would you gift a Twitch streamer? Because it's like their set, right, and their image is really well done normally if you're a Twitch streamer and you're starting to make it big where people kind of know you and send you stuff, unless they're really young people who are sending someone who only has 100 views, which is like no one. But like it's set up. The entire image in the screen, in that frame, has been really well designed. I can go like this now. It's really well designed to be like perfectly like blue, multicolored, whatever they want. So it's like, what would you fucking send? What would you send a streamer?
Well, I know, like, not a lot, but there are some streamers that set up like Amazon wish lists.
Yeah, I was to say that.
That's some
Yeah.
bullshit.
And then, other than that, I think fan art is really popular to send people.
See, that I would like.
Yeah.
If I could cover this back wall with cool fan art, I would be so ecstatic.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'd put a bunch more
So
of
yeah,
these.
I'll make a scene popular by doing the fan art myself.
There you go. There you go, yeah. Then everyone will follow, it'll be great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know, it is weird. The huge contrast, it seems like, for male streamers and female streamers. One, and just like, I was actually wondering, which setup do you think is more expensive? Because the stereotype guy streamer is the dark room, the neon lights, and the average girl streamer is, I think, what they call like an uwu streamer or whatever, the kind of cat ears, like headphones, the really pink and the plush stuff. Like, which one do you think is more expensive of a setup? Like, if you were like that set creator and someone came to you and there was a girl and a guy and was like, I need to create a whole podcast today. It's like, which do you think is gonna be more expensive to do?
Whatever has the most RGB.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fair.
All the lighting, I feel like that's probably the most expensive part.
Yeah. I mean, it's always, yeah. I would agree from on the average, yeah. It's always surprising, like a little knick-knack cost sometimes, because you can't really see what they are for some
Yeah.
people in the background. Like, I know, I watch some of the content creators, Super Colin Brothers, a lot, and they have a lot of, their entire back thing is just like these two huge walls with like a couch, and the two walls have like all this ornate, some artistry stuff, some merchandise, and yeah, some things they have hidden back there are like Gryffindor's sword from Harry Potter that you can barely see. Like, sometimes when you're looking at the back, you're like, some of those merchandise items are like hundreds of dollars. Like, they're
Yeah.
like barely visible. It's like, man, I can barely afford getting fucking mic arms for the podcast. Like, some other people for their set design will put in like thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That I don't know. That's too much to me. Let me sit up. Oh, starting to slouch.
See, what we can do is we can get those hexagon lights that everyone has, whatever they're called. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they
Like the
neon lights.
hexagon like panels that have
There's different shapes.
LEDs on them.
There's triangle
Yeah, there's
ones.
the triangles
Yeah.
and whatnot.
To be honest, a lot of them end up being triangles so that you can make the different hexagon and
Yeah,
octagon
yeah.
shapes. To be honest, but yeah.
That's probably the biggest aesthetic that most people have for streaming
Oh, and
or videos and everything.
colored versions of the soundproof little blocks. You'll see
Yeah.
them in like when they have floating bookshelves or whatever. And the other ones, they'll put it as like the back padding, like so it's different than the color wall. They'll put in like the soundproof foam. That'll be like a different color, like red or green or yellow or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always worried about my audio now. I feel so cool with these mics.
Yeah, we're official. Ish.
Ish. Okay, the set is
More
amazingly
official than before.
Yeah.
So,
And I took time to put up more sound things talking about them.
you know, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, probably no one will. It's rough. Did you hear Kellogg's is getting sued?
For what?
No, for what? What'd they do?
Not putting enough real strawberries in their strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Not putting enough strawberries?
Enough real
Oh,
strawberries.
real
Yeah,
strawberries.
in the strawberry
Was it
Pop-Tart.
real to begin with?
I thought it was
I think
artificial to begin
the
with.
idea is, I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't have packaging.
I mean,
I'm
it's just
that
taste.
professional.
It's just a
It's like a jam or something. Yeah, like some fruity compote-y thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's fancy words with it. But you could be believed that if you went to a bakery necessarily, you could find like a toaster pastry that was like that had the real fruit in it, and someone was arguing. And I don't know what the front of the cover says. I don't know if it says strawberry flavored Pop-Tarts, or if it just says strawberry Pop-Tarts, which could be a problem if it just says strawberry. But the person said that, yeah, they went there thinking by the name and the branding of it that it would have more of the said fruit in the pastry than was actually in there, and they wouldn't have bought it if they'd realized that there was only a small and minute amount of actually real strawberry in it. Because in reality, it's barely any strawberry. It's a lot of its flavoring and stuff. Because it's, as you guys said, I don't think anyone most people, I don't think they have the thought that it's like straight up just strawberries just crushed into the into the Pop-Tart.
I feel like it's also something you could see on the back, the ingredients and
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it'd be one of those things. I mean, if they brought the lawsuit, either the attorney is really money hungry, which granted, there are tons of money hungry attorneys, and it's a class action lawsuit, which Frenian's reference be a part of a class action lawsuit if there's one that's harming you, but you're not going to get much money out of it, and don't think of it as something of like you're really getting back at the person. A lot of the money ends up going to legal fees, which is the payment of the attorney who's calling the class action lawsuit ahead. So most people in the lawsuits don't get much money.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a money-hungry class action person, but I could understand, yeah, if Kellogg has all over all their Pop-Tart packaging, just like the fruit names, but it doesn't say flavored, I could understand that being a problem.
Are they only attacking the strawberry one? Or is it just all their
From what
brand?
I read, because I think the other names for them aren't real things. Like the wild berry isn't. There's no berry called
Yeah.
wild berry, so I
Yeah.
don't think that would be a
Wait,
problem.
but what about the cinnamon?
I mean, cinnamon's cheap as hell. There's not cinnamon in that. I'm wondering what that flavor is, and I kind of want to know.
Right.
It's like, I know there's a mountain of sugar in it,
You're
but...
telling me it's not real cinnamon?
Yeah, right. It's fake cinnamon?
Or the brown
telling me
sugar?
they don't grind up the cinnamon.
He's always first there, man. But yeah,
That poor dude.
even the apple in that wasn't a real apple. Little did you know.
Oh, did you know?
Damn.
Real apples don't have faces.
I've been deceived.
But yeah, I saw that. That was a little weird to me. It did kind of remind me. People always say it reminds them of the McDonald's coffee lawsuit. The
I
one
don't
person
remember
like.
The warning thing?
The
lid?
reason. You don't. Do you know there's a reason why there's a warning, for coffee and like everywhere. You buy coffee?
I don't drink coffee, so
I don't
So
remember.
it was more of a weird legal history thing, I guess, but it's way different than everyone thinks. The image you get of it, it was a lawsuit that was framed on the media and everything as lady gets hot coffee. She is in the drive-thru of McDonald's. She gets the hot coffee. She puts it in her lap, and she drives off, and she ends up like crushing it or something. And it
oh
spills
yes,
everywhere.
yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh.
The actuality of it was, or the reality of that case was, she wasn't driving. She was a passenger. Her son was driving. He handed her the coffee, which the lid wasn't on all the way. 'Cause the lids were bad at the time as well.
Yeah.
So and that's why the lids are crazy strong now. And the coffee was steam heated up to something like 700 degrees.
Oh my god.
And it was what every fast food place was doing to get the coffee out fast enough, was steam
Yeah.
heating it at an insanely hot. But then it came out at like 500, 600 degrees. So when it spilled in her lap and was crushed, it had third-degree burns over her privates and her inner thighs.
Oh,
And
jeez.
originally, she contacted McDonald's going, I don't want to sue you. I would just like a settle. I just want money for the medical bills. I can't pay
Yeah,
these. I don't have a
yeah,
job. I'm
yeah.
retired. And they're like... And then she contacted an attorney. And the attorney was like, "Hey, we're like sent notice like we're gonna have to sue you if you don't do this. Like, can you please just do an out of court settlement? It would be much easier for us." And they said, "Sure." He's like $100. And yeah, they were like, "What the fuck?" So then they sued McDonald's, and then they had all these law changes for basically how coffee can be served to people and the warning signs on it, and that was the reality of the case.
What did she end up getting?
It covered all medical bills, I think, plus a couple million or some shit like that. It wasn't something. I don't think she could live off the money forever, but it was
Yeah.
a substantial amount.
But still, you're...
I mean, they blew her off multiple times before she sued. That was one of the
Yeah.
caveats that never got like heavily reported. And McDonald's was heavily, because they're a rich company, promoting some of the media and some of the content and getting out in interviews much more than she was able to as she was undergoing medical procedures.
Yeah.
So it kind of, even the court, it was lucky for her, the court system kind of works outside the media and you have to bring everything, so it worked out for her in the end. But as far as the media, still to this day, people look at that case like she was a schmuck. Like she just stole money from a giant corporation and like everyone should do that. But it's like, it's not that common. It's like,
Damn.
it's really hard to get that shit done.
That's funny. Here's $100.
Yeah, they were, yeah, it might not even have been that, because it was a while ago. It might have been less. Like, they were not. It was McDonald's. McDonald's was an asshole of a company. They still are. No, McDonald's is a great company, and great companies often are really aggressive, really litigious, and to the normal person, an asshole. To an attorney, they seemed out. Huh?
No, I hate McDonald's. Still, so that's-
Yeah, whatever. But it's like to companies and attorneys, especially if you're in business litigation end of it, it's like, well, admittedly, they're just doing what they're supposed to do, almost to protect themselves and the company and the corporation and against future cases, because it could be a waterfall. If one person sues and it's successful, a lot of other ones could sue.
yeah.
So it's like, it could be problematic.
Yeah.
So it is, admittedly, it's an asshole and a not. But yeah, that time they were definitely an asshole. They should have settled out of court. They could have wasted a lot less money.
Yeah.
But yeah, crap like that happens. But yeah, now Kellogg's getting sued. And that reminds me of that a little bit. In the sense of like, if they are wrong and they're just saying there's strawberries in there and there aren't, then I mean, what the fuck was Kellogg's doing? I don't know what attorney they have, but they were doing something wrong. It's like, that should have been an easy thing to see. But if it's not, and the person's just money
I
hungry.
expected a strawberry in that box.
Yeah, right? Like,
I expected it to be shaped as a strawberry because there was a strawberry inside. Just a full-grown, fresh strawberry.
Cool.
Edible.
Speaking of funny, because I found out, I was watching one of those Corridor Crew videos. I'm looking at old animation style. And when I found out, so Ichabod Crane. I didn't know, at least in the Disney movie, it's not Ichabod, it's Ichabod.
A kebab?
Ichabod Crane.
What the hell?
At least that's what everyone was saying in the Corridor video. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. Those comments, please. But it was Ichabod, and that was really weird. But I also found out, I didn't realize Tim Burton, who ended up making and designing Always Night Before Christmas, all it went on to other people making it, he got his animation basically degree and studied at CalArts, which was created by Disney.
Oh.
Disney made that animation and art school to fund the next generation of artists. And then one of the first groups going in there ended up being this guy named, a name no one knows, but all of Disney owes him everything. Ubi Iwerks. It was harder to say than that. And Tim Burton. And some of those people who went through those early animation periods and were early there were like major figures who created most of Disney's shit. Like apparently Ubi Iwerks, he might not have gone to school, he might have started the school, I can't remember, but he ended up making, he was all the early animation, and then he made the color style that they do and how they get colors onto the animation. He designed that system for Disney. So all of Disney animation, when they did that, that was just him. He made all of that shit.
Jeez.
He designed how they put colors into animation for them. Like
That's
some of the people
crazy.
at like the schools and who had connections to that school that Disney started end up being and are still some of the biggest animation artists and biggest like film creators that exist. Like it's insane. And when I was looking at like the list of names, it was impressive. All of them are still huge names in animation. But yeah, Tim Burton went to that school. And one of the first artworks he did that showed his style was actually done by a close friend of his who had that really dark ass style, and apparently it was taken from like German art style or something. And it like he's just the American version of that really dark German art style, and it was born and created at that CalArts school basically.
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck.
It's like Disney created a lot of the animators we have now, which is also why a lot of animation looks exactly the fucking same.
You know, if it sells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's weird. It's like when you look at older animation, you can say shit like, oh, I've never seen a dragon drawn like that. Because right now we have 3 big animation studios that make all the animation we do, and they have a specific way of drawing a dragon that they'll do over and over again.
Yeah.
But before it was a lot more creative. You could just get away with whatever you wanted. But yeah, as you say, whatever sells gets the biggest. Now if you want indie animation, it's like good fucking luck.
Yeah.
Gone. Do you guys have any favorite like old animation styles? Or old movies that you like you don't might not know the style of or anything, but you like that movie's animation?
No.
So I feel like a lot of people our generation are like it's the same Disney style that they like of either the Mickey Mouse but more Funimation or the Atlantis real person-ish style or whatever. I feel like a lot of us just know Disney, which is a great fucking animation style.
I mean, Spirited Away, like Studio Ghibli's animation style.
Yeah, and I think that's what people really love his because it's different. But it's like it used to not be crazy to have a different animation style. Oh, I remember now why I had Ubi Iwerks in there. He was the original animator for Mickey Mouse. The design and the movement of Mickey Mouse that kind of became revolutionary after Walt Disney kind of drew him and had the idea because Walt Disney was storytelling. Ubi Iwerks was the animator and the drawer. He created the original Mickey Mouse drawings, basically, for the animation things that Walt Disney had envisioned. So it's like the reason Mickey Mouse kind of looks how he does and moves how he does is because of Ub Iwerks.
That's crazy. I've never heard of it before today.
He was the animator to Walt Disney's storyteller.
Interesting.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, why did I have this guy? Like, but no, yeah.
I knew he was more important.
Yeah, I knew he was like crazy important. But no, yeah, and like, no one knows his name. Fun piece of Disney history for anyone listening. But yeah, he was the original like animator that helped Disney kind of grow the Mickey.
Yeah.
Speaking of crazy, Alec Baldwin
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That
That
reminded
sucks.
me of the Psych episode where they're doing the
Homicidio.
yeah.
Yeah. For everyone's, I don't know. If you want to give people a reference, they may not know what you're talking about.
Well, it's the incident that Alec Baldwin was using a prop gun, but it was loaded with something,
Fully loaded.
fully loaded, and it went off. We don't know if it's accidental. I didn't read that much into it, but they don't know if it's accidental or just
Well, I think it was an on-purpose shot.
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But
It wasn't supposed to
it
be
wasn't
wasn't
loaded.
supposed to-
known. Yeah,
yeah.
that it was a
nobody knew it was.
Yeah,
was,
and I
like-
think it's still under investigation of how.
Yeah.
Because I do. There's some protection you're supposed to do for prop guns and you have firearms. You're supposed to test them before to make sure they don't fall apart, and you fire them and then you bring them in. I don't know regulations after that part because I'm not
Yeah.
enacting it all. I just know outside from MythBusters and Adam Savage and shit. But I don't know. It's like it really seems like there should have been some regulation of like showing the actor, being like, "Have you handled a gun before? Okay, I'm going to show you that these are prop bullets." And I feel like prop bullets should be colored or something, so you just take the mag out,
Yeah.
or open if it's a revolver, open that's like the barrel for it, and then like show them and then do it again. Like I feel like there should be like a requirement.
Yeah,
to do
like
that.
a bunch of safety checks
Yeah.
when using a
'Cause,
gun.
Yeah, I don't know what they are, but they clearly missed it this time.
So yeah, he killed. I think it was the cinematographer or something like that.
Yeah. I think it was yeah, like quite a young
It was
female cinematographer
and
who
then injured the director.
I mean, I'll look
remember.
so fast, but yeah, it
Yeah, so someone got injured and someone
got killed. Yeah,
Someone died.
God, it's just horrific too. Cause I remember there's like a story people always talk about, basically, of this guy who was on the set of Rest too. If anyone's curious about that.
Yeah, it was like a Western style movie supposedly he was making.
Oh, and apparently it does saying that, yeah, that Alec Baldwin was told the gun was safe before he handled it. An assistant director grabbed one of the 3 prop guns that Phil's the armorer had set up outside on a gray cart, handed it to Mr. Baldwin, and according to the affidavit signed, they yelled "cold gun," which was supposed to indicate that the gun did not have any live rounds. Mr. Baldwin fired the gun. The law enforcement official that struck and killed the film's cinematographer and wounded the director.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the one killed was the younger female cinematographer, which apparently was, I don't know if she was just fresh out of school or was still doing schooling, but I remember they commented, yeah, that she came from a certain film school, it was pretty well known, and like, she was still young, trying to
Yeah.
kind of make her claim on film style, and just didn't, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
That
just
sucks.
It's
sad.
horrific.
It's tragic.
And so
Yeah.
there's an old story
Gotta
of,
be crazy traumatic too for everyone else.
yeah, whenever on set, there's probably like
Mhm.
30 people on set at that moment that just watched one person get killed. I don't know where she was shot. I don't really want to know,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
But watch someone get killed and the other person get hit. Because I'm sure they were standing behind each other, probably at a camera angle. It might have been for a camera shot. And she was the one in front, and it went through her and then hit him. And it might have just, like, in a weird way, she might have saved him. I don't really know how
Yeah.
if he shot multiple times. Like, I don't really know what it was, didn't say. It's still under heavy investigation, it seems like. But there's an old story of and it happened, and there's 2 deaths, actually, that I know from film. They tested the gun, they're using it, but some of the bullets they used were old. The bullet shrapneled. Some of the shrapnel stayed in the barrel. So then they loaded it with all the prop bullets, the flash bullets. They shot it, and it was supposed to be like a suicide, like a roulette table or whatever. And he shot it, and it shot the shrapnel out, and it ended up killing him. And it was like, that was one horrific instance I heard.
Yeah.
There's another one in a Western that luckily wasn't with a gun, but the dude still died. They were supposed to be throwing people off train left and right. And it was a slowish moving train, wasn't crazy. But they missed their cue, and instead of doing it at this break in a cactus patch, they threw him into the cactus patch.
Jeez.
And then he had just been like, he was stabbed too much, needed an
Yeah.
infection, the guy ended up dying. Yeah. And it's like, there's some times where it's like in film, it's like, we really need to be better about like rules and regulations and safety protocols, clearly, because it's not working out for us. Like, no one should get shot while they're trying to make a film for people to enjoy. You know, I feel bad because I'm pretty sure I read back when, like, she had a family. I thought at least a husband. And that's, I mean, horrific. That she was just going out to make a movie with, I mean, maybe that was her big break, too.
Yeah.
Like, for all we know, that's a film that she was shooting with Alec Baldwin. That's a big actor. I know a lot of people don't like him and stuff, but, like, for someone working in the industry, that had to have been a big moment. Like,
Yeah.
and then for it just to be, like, taken, it's, like, that's horrific.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was shitty. I mean, I feel bad for even Alec Baldwin in that. I mean, you have to walk away knowing you killed someone. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not like you were drunk and you were some rich asshole and you ran someone over and you're not ever going to feel bad about it and you just run away to another country. But it's, you know, this is Alec Baldwin. He's on a set. You know, it's like, will he ever go back to that set? I don't know. I don't know if I could.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to go back there.
Like,
You just killed someone on that.
Yeah, like I don't like. It's one of those weird things where it's like, unless the husband of that girl came to me and was like, no, she would want you to continue, I would
Yeah.
not continue. I'd be like, no, this isn't, like, unless I'm doing this for her memory, I'm not doing it. Like, this isn't a thing anymore. I murdered someone here, like, accidentally. It was manslaughter. It was accidental. I shouldn't say murder. He accidentally ended up killing someone, not doing it by any of his own faults. It's like, I couldn't imagine that.
I mean, could you even trust the crew that said the
Yeah,
gun was
like-
safe?
No.
Like, exactly.
When, I mean, shit, dude. And I was like the assistant director or something that said they ran in and grabbed the gun. It's like, I mean, whatever. Yeah, like, God, that person's career, they're not a prop handler necessarily. Like, should the career as a
Yeah.
director end? Like, I don't necessarily know. Like, I don't think so. But they're gonna get a lot of flack. They went and grabbed the gun and just gave it to him and told him it was safe. And it's like, and that's kind of why it feels like only like a person hired to be a prop handler should be handling the props.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe there was a weight difference. It's like maybe that assistant director, had never handled a gun before, but maybe that prop handler did and like would have known the difference. It's like one of these awkward things where it's like it's definitely not her fault because she didn't try, and it's not Baldwin's fault. But now everyone's gonna feel like awful, gutted. I mean,
Yeah, and you don't even know if you could blame the assistant director for grabbing the gun because he could have been told that it was safe too.
yeah, and like
You
none
know.
of the guns should have been live
Yeah.
that were in the room. So then it's like it just goes on, and it's like at some point there was a mistake that led to this, and it sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's horrific, to be honest.
Tragedy.
Yeah. Yeah, no one should be killed while making a movie. I mean, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. And it's weird. I feel like I hear more of these accidental deaths for like these, I mean, I want to say movies with a gun, but less physically action movies, but it can still be dangerous than like someone who's doing parkour. Like, I don't hear Tom Holland able to kill someone when he's doing an action scene with Spider-Man because he snapped their neck.
Yeah.
It is a little hard, or hit him with a bat or something. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, it feels like there's better protocols to physical action, like me hitting you, than there is for the gun. And I feel like that's problematic. Like, you don't hear all the time about someone getting a black eye in a Marvel movie because someone missed their punch cue and it hit someone in the eye. It's like, so it's like, why does it feel like there's better procedures for that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just feels odd. But yeah.
Speaking of Tom Holland, did you see
Oh.
his trailer for Uncharted?
Yeah. I didn't see
See
the
that?
trailer.
I didn't see the trailer. I
No.
saw a TikTok of the comparison with some of the scenes
Uh-huh.
from the game. Looked pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Marky Mark is in it. Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, gotcha. That's what I was going to guess. But I was like, it sounds too cutie to be Mark Wahlberg. That's all I had to guess. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I heard, I think I told you one of the other days, yeah, like I heard that he felt awkward because he's a lankier guy and had to really bulk up for it. And they kept having him on his strike poses. I think as he said that, like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson would have struck. But, like, it didn't look good. Like, the hand on hips kind of thing, like the
Oh,
cross-arm
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that would, like, show the muscles. But it's like, you know, he worked out for it. And I'm sure he's a pretty muscular dude. He does parkour and shit all the time. He's an active guy. I'm sure he's muscular. But you're not, like, action movie muscular. It's like, that's an extreme, non-realistic version of muscular.
Yeah.
And then Drake is a borderline, right? He's like a James Bond muscular almost. He's like
Yeah.
supposed to be really
Yeah.
fit and cut and like no fat on his body, but he can't be big
Yeah, it can be.
because he has to do all parkour
Yeah.
and explore.
You know, I mean, Tom Holland's probably more lean muscle because he's a gymnast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But yeah. No, I mean I don't know. Are you guys gonna watch that in theaters? Is that gonna be a movie you're gonna jump to?
I mean, I never played the games honestly, so I don't really care.
I've watched gameplays of the game.
Yeah, I know.
I might. I mean,
I'll probably end up going because I bet Bella will want to go because she like wanted to play. I think she did play Uncharted. She wanted to. I can't remember, but she probably want to see Tom Holland be an action dude.
and it's Tom Holland.
Yeah, he's a good actor too. I mean, if
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be that good of an actor and do a backflip, hell yeah, man, I'd become Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
It's like, motherfucker.
Or do what was it? What did he do? He did a dance from
Oh, at SNL. Are you thinking that one?
no, well the one that he's dressed like as a he what was that music? Umbrella, I think. Where he's dressed as Rihanna's song Umbrella, whatever the name.
Oh,
Yeah.
from the lip sync battle.
yeah, lip sync battle. That's what I was talking about.
I was talking about the same one. I didn't
Oh, is
realize
that
it was
what
a
that
different
is?
thing.
Oh.
That might not have been SNL. It might have just been a lip sync.
I think it might be SNL.
Yeah. Alright, it was probably one of those late shows though. Yeah, at least.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, yeah, where he's like splashing in the
Yeah,
water and
he's-
shit. Yeah, he goes off. You gotta give him credit.
It's funny because he started with Frank Sinatra song, I think,
Oh really?
and
Yeah, because
Um,
it goes from one song to
then he he transitioned because
another.
it was I think Tom Holland versus Zendaya or whatever, and he started playing Sinatra songs kind of in a suit and a fedora or whatever, and then he walks around and all of a sudden switches to an umbrella and he's in his
Yeah, he's like little fucking
yeah
like a gimp.
Yeah, I just saw the last part. Yeah, where he's in like I think it's like a corset or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
mouth thing.
Oh,
Like, you have to have
It was
like the head and like the mouth thing so that people can like bang your mouth or whatever. So like Gimp is a total coverage. Yeah, I think he was in like a corset and like a hairdo
I
and
think he had like
high heel. I don't know if he had like
yeah,
boots on
I
or
think
something.
he
stockings
Yeah.
or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might have. Yeah, but no, he killed. I mean, you got to give people credit. It's really hard to go 100% in something you're not good at, but still make it look good. Because you have to have like a confidence where you're just. It's like you're doing it to make funny. You're just doing it, so you just lean into it more and stuff. And it's like it's hard to do that. Like I don't know. I don't know if I could walk out in front of like if it was SNL, an SNL sized crowd, and do a full dance number in heels possibly, but in at least a corset. It's gonna start even breathing a bit. And fucking dance in water and shit. This thing's getting heavy. That's hard as hell. Hard as
Yeah.
hell. He deserved all the fanfare he got for that. I didn't even see what Zendaya did.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
remember
really
either.
know. That's
Yeah.
the only part that
I think it
I've
was
seen.
Overshadowed it.
I think it was
shows.
Bruno Mars or something.
That was probably great too, because she's.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she's a dancer. She got her start on that early Disney.
Yeah.
Disney show where it's two dancers in it, so I know she could dance hell like really fucking good. It was like I'm sure it was a great show, but that I mean Tom Holland just going with the funny bit and just going off the wall with it is like. It's like not only was it funny, but he did a great job doing it. It was great. It's
Took
like
that to a whole different level.
yeah.
Keeping the Tom train going, I think it's long enough to talk about Venom teaser or spoilers.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
far
yeah.
enough away. I didn't watch the movie, but yeah, I did.
I
keep up.
heard about it.
Yeah, I kept up with the end bit. Like, do you wanna?
Sure. So the end credits scene, we get to see Tom Hardy Venom watching TV, and this glitch happens, which presumably is the Doctor Strange thing in the new Spider-Man movie, where he changes the universe or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it opens the multiverse.
And then you see on TV Jay Jameson from the end credit scene from Spider-Man. Was it Far From
Far
Home?
From Home, yeah.
Yeah, where you see him reveal
Oh, is it
Spider-Man's-
it's the same? Okay.
Yeah.
identity.
I don't know if it was. I knew it was the same.
The fuck was that?
I don't know.
Is our battery dying?
Keep talking.
All right. Yeah, so we see
Cause yeah, well, I wasn't sure if it was actually the same clip or if it was him doing it again or something. That's what I was
it,
gonna say.
it might have been him doing it again. I don't remember exactly how the homecoming scene went. But yeah, so that brings either Venom into Marvel or Spider-Man into Venom, which will be insane. And for the
Yeah.
Venom fans, we see Toxin coming about, which is I don't remember the name of the police officer, but he becomes Toxin, which is the spawn of Carnage, where Carnage is the spawn of Venom.
Oh.
So what people are thinking is, or what I saw from
Okay.
someone's video, is
I
that
didn't know any of
Toxin might be the next villain, and it'd be like Spider-Man and Venom versus Toxin in the next
Okay.
Venom
Oh.
movie, which would be cool.
Okay.
I'm so excited for the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
multiverse.
All those villains that are coming back.
Yeah, so you get the
It's so
Sinister
dope.
Six.
Yeah, that's so dope. I can't wait.
And that's the Doctor Strange and Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the title of that? Was it Spider-Man Into the Multiverse or Doctor Strange?
No, it
it's-
was. It started with another H, I think. Like all the Spider-Man movies are not H. It had something to do
Oh,
with
right.
home.
So yeah. Oh, right. So this is Spider-Man like. All right, it's like Far From Home or Homecoming or Can't
No,
Come
Homecoming
Home.
was the last.
Too Far From Home.
No, it's No Way Home.
No Way
No Way
Home.
Home.
No Way Home.
That was close.
It's all home. It's
So
Far
it's
From
just
Home,
like-
Homecoming, whatever. And
And then Doctor Strange of the Multiverse is another movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably something in the end credits of the Spider-Man movie.
You'd imagine it has to be, right? Because he starts the Spider-Man movie.
And what looks
With
like starts the,
the
multiverse.
Yeah, which is weird, right? 'Cause can he start it? When is this, like, we need to figure out, like, when Doctor Strange and the Spider-Man movie, both of them are set in that universe. Because, like,
Yeah.
is it? Like, what? I know technically the multiverse was started in the in-between time periods with Kang and the whole Loki thing. I understand technically the multiverse was started outside of time, so they could say, well, yeah, it just happened at the same time as Doctor Strange or whatever, like, right after. But yeah, it is confusing. Like, would he start it? Wouldn't it just been Kang and Loki and them still starting the multiverse? It's like the
Who
confusing
knows?
part, where it's like,
Yeah.
are they starting the multiverse on two separate, on like the same wall, but on two separate sides? Like,
Who knows?
you know, it's like the two different sets of cracks are forming. I don't understand. Yeah, how we're gonna have, I guess.
Or maybe what Doctor Strange is doing is possible because of what happened in Loki.
Yeah.
Well,
see-
that's what I was seeing. People were like, "That's not the real Doctor Strange. That's a variant of him." Because
Oh.
he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't jeopardize the
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
like doing that to the.
I have heard that, yeah, we're getting, people are saying, I've heard too, yeah, either saying that it's like a Mephisto or it's another hidden character in there, or we're getting like a reboot for Doctor Strange's personality,
Yeah.
and it'll go back to his cocky kind of one where he was before Endgame and all the Avengers stuff happened. Because he got very like
Yeah. It's
serious and empathetical there, which isn't technically Doctor Strange's character. So I could,
But
yeah.
I could kind of see it where Doctor Strange is like, I kind of want to know what happens, like more of like researching magic kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I've heard people say, yeah, it's either like someone else. It could be Mephisto. Everyone loves Mephisto. The internet loves Mephisto.
Yeah.
So it could be him, or yeah, we could just getting like a reboot, like a psychological kind of reboot back to where he was. Because if this is decently after, you know, Doctor Strange has kind of just been, I guess, you know, like helping other new wizards train or something, or like being
Yeah.
around protecting his area of New York, kind of just being the Sorcerer Supreme, whatever that really means. The other Sorcerer Supreme was always at the training fucking facility, or like Doctor Strange 1, where he went to go
Oh,
stay.
yeah.
So like she was always there. He's never there. I don't. So maybe he's been chilling there, like.
Yeah, because he's always in New York.
Yeah, like maybe he's been
But-
helping people there and stuff. So maybe he's just gone back to his cocky ways a bit. But I would be happy if it was like someone else. I don't know. Or even if they had a, although I think she's getting her own series now. The other witch from WandaVision, the purple one. What was her name? I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. I never watched it, but I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
you never watched WandaVision?
Same.
I watched like a couple episodes, or like the first two, whatever.
It's a slow build with a crap ton of mystery stuff in the beginning, but it's so good.
I didn't watch it either.
Oh, you guys should go back and watch it, man. It's so good. I love that. People have arrived. I forgot WandaVision's been one of my favorite shows in a while. I will admit that the beginning is like it's slower because it's a lot more like what the fuck is going on. But yeah, that witch in that one, she ends up battling and stuff, ends up kind of being part of it. I guess I don't tell you who she is anyways, because then it's spoiled if you do watch it. It's part of the mystery. But there's I think she's getting her own show, but it would be cool if she somehow broke free and like manipulated Doctor Strange. Because in that, you find out she's been around since like the Salem trials. Like she's a real old
A
witch.
witch?
Yeah, like she's like an OG, and 'cause she like that's how you figure out like that's the first naming for Wanda being the Scarlet Witch is her, because she knows what the Scarlet Witch is like an entity, as like this super being. So like towards the end, she like explains it to Wanda. She's like, "You don't even know who you are, do you?" She's like, "The magic you do is chaos magic. You're the Scarlet Witch," and she's just like, "What are you talking about? Like, how do you not know what you can do?" As like a normal witch who like has powers and stuff but isn't that powerful. It's like Wanda can literally bend reality to her
Yeah.
will as much as she wants. She's like, they say there's the Sorcerer Supreme who keeps track of that realm or that universe or whatever and like protects it, but in reality it's like the Scarlet Witch is like an entity, is the thing that controls that reality and is
Yeah.
like the Watcher if the Watcher would go in and intervene and can like act almost.
Yeah.
But she has more control, because I don't think the Watcher can just change things. She can. It's like it's a whole thing. But that old witch is super powerful, and so I could see her tricking Doctor Strange or something, and her being like in charge. So even if it isn't, and still Doctor Strange, I could see him being like under a spell.
Yeah.
So yeah, it did seem too easy. Where Wong was like, "Don't do that spell," and then he just like walked away, just like walked through a portal, and it's like, "Okay, Wong, you left the cockiest dude in the world with an underling of his that he thinks he can mold and manipulate, kind of with
Yeah.
Spider. You know, he's a protege, almost Spider-Man at this point. It's like what? There's gonna be shenanigans, Wong. You've lived forever. Just This is a fucking recipe for shenanigans. Why would you leave right now? Like,
Yeah.
that's my other question. Where the hell did Wong go? Was that him teleporting to the stupid jail cell prison thing where he was battling
I think so.
the alligator dude or the other Hulk? Sorry,
Abomination.
Abomination. What show was that? I'm losing track. What show was that in?
That's from Hulk 2.
No, where we saw him battling Abomination.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Oh.
Oh, you haven't watched that?
No.
So there's a small cameo for Wong where they go to like an underground prison area
Uh-huh.
and it's like all fighting and street fighting shit. It looks kind of cool.
It's basically Fight Club.
Yeah, and it cuts and then the main stage is Wong battling Abomination, the evil Hulk from the old Hulk movie, like the original Hulk movie, one of the different actor.
Yeah.
And it was him battling Abomination, and then he ends up hitting Wong. And he's like, oh, and he like opens a portal, so the next punch Abomination throws just hits himself, and then it like knocks him out and he takes him back to what looks like a prison cell after Wong beats him.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
They were really friendly with each other too afterwards.
Yeah.
It was weird.
He's like, oh, I'll get you next time. He's like, you gotta learn to keep dodging those punches, you know? And he's like, they were like giving each other tips and stuff as they were leaving. It was
What
really
the
weird.
fuck?
So
I
it's
like Wong. Wong's pretty cool.
Wong's
funny.
he's awesome. He's I think he is my favorite non-main
Like side
hero.
character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he's not even a sidekick, which I think is my favorite part about him.
Yeah.
He's just like a fountain of knowledge. You know, I like Wong. He's awesome.
He's just the librarian, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although he didn't notice some of the books were gone. In that
Mhm.
Doctor Strange movie, when Doctor Strange was just stealing every book in the thing.
Well,
Yeah.
he was busy with Beyonce, listening to Beyonce.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he was. That's right. That's right. God. Yeah. I'm surprised you guys haven't watched WandaVision. That's by far my favorite series that's come out so far. And Vision's still back. You guys probably
I saw that.
yeah, okay. Yeah, Vision's back. You don't know that then.
No.
No, yeah. So the whole mystery is why is Vision there? And there's a mystery around that, but it ends up with Vision coming back. It's not necessarily the same Vision. It might be the same Vision. That's kind of part of the caveat. And
Did they explain.
it's funny, there's actually a philosophical debate at the end.
Oh.
That's how there's spoilers, I guess, whatever. There's two Visions in the thing. There's one that the army tries to build, it doesn't work, and it won't activate and shit. And the other Vision is a Vision that Wanda created in the world. She just manifested him, but he was real in that world. And towards the end of it, they get the other Vision working because they find like a piece of old Vision and they touch it and it works, whatever magic kind of shit. And it works. And so they have the two Visions fight and they start talking about Theseus's ship, which, if you don't know it, is where you keep changing parts of the ship and then you ask yourself at the end, is this the same ship? It's that kind of argument.
Oh.
And it was an argument between two AIs having a Theseus's ship argument, where in the end, the real result is, well, you could be like the new fake Vision. He's like, you could be the real Vision if you had all my pieces. And he was like, what? And he's like, and he just touches me and gives him all his memories. And then that Vision just flies off. And then you don't know what happens to him. And so there's a pure white Vision. He doesn't have any of the ray of the coloring and stuff, that is just flying around doing his own thing right now, technically.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And he has all the memories and all the feelings of the old Vision, but he wasn't started that way, so he would have the option to kind of not follow that because he is his own entity. But he was an entity crafted after one as a copy and then given all the memories of that original. So he could be his own thing, but he could just follow Vision and be a normal hero again. So it's like, it leaves it open. But Vision is back in, Marvel.
I'm gonna have to watch it then.
Yeah. It gets
That's really
intense.
good.
Like, the first couple episodes are they just layer on mystery after mystery after mystery for the first, half of that series. And the second back half is, answering all these things, seeing crap. Like, they even have a good Halloween episode, too.
That was a Halloween episode.
There's a Halloween episode, yeah. Where you get to see Vision in his original outfit like he was in the comics, which looks so funny. And you get to see Scarlet Witch in her original outfit. It looks more sexual, where it's really tight and everything, yeah. But they do that for the Halloween event to show it off a bit.
That's funny.
Wasn't this supposed to be our Halloween episode?
Yeah, I mean,
Oops.
as much as we could, I don't know. We can put in spooky sounds or something.
Spooky sound.
Spooky sound.
We don't really have a full set to change things, you know?
We never did Gerardo's webs. I blame Gerardo.
No. Don't blame me.
Man, you guys barely got here 20 minutes and I was setting up. This is hard to do on my own. But no, I wore orange. Yeah, you guys look down. It's spooky.
Spooky guy.
Yeah.
It looks more red from my point of view.
Just for any legal reasons, it's totally owned by Disney, and we don't claim ownership of that image. But, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we didn't really do much. I don't know what we would have done. We're planning for next year. What would we do?
What
And
we were
now we got
supposed
to
to
plan
do.
for the Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
What is that? Just a lot of food? We have a live turkey in here?
We just have a table full of food.
Just have them watch us eat. No
Yeah.
mics or anything.
Like, you want some?
Do a vlog of a Friendsgiving.
Right. Everybody passing around the camera.
Yep.
Is that why it was beeping?
I'll continue this one with the audio.
Oh.
That's awkward.
R.I.P.
We're going to continue anyways, because it's already here.
Yeah, I mean, we're already almost an hour
Man,
in.
I thought
so.
there were like 40 gigabytes left in that thing.
But obviously not.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, next time I guess we'll try the phone thing.
Phone would be hard. Yeah, we'll discuss this. We can even have viewers comment in for video and whatever. So we'll probably end up doing, since it cut whatever ago, and we just noticed. Sorry for everyone. But it will be the video until it cut, so it should auto-save when it dies, and then it'll we'll just cut to our logo. So we're sorry, apologize for this. That it's just the logo right now you guys are seeing.
You can input like pictures from things we talked about, like WandaVision and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Alright, it's gonna be a lot of work, but yeah. Yeah, I'll throw up some images. At least that'll give people something to look at.
Yeah.
Although, check out our Apple Podcasts. Because
Yeah.
this will come out on Apple Podcast, and you won't have to spend as much data probably as you're using doing the video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can listen to it pretty much everywhere. But that's
And
Clueless.
it's uncut.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, it's certain parts.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's
That was a one take. Don't worry.
yeah, we always do one takes. Yeah, I hate cutting shit. It's too unnatural. Hard cuts sound bad, so I actually don't really cut things ever,
Yeah.
admittedly. But yeah, so no, it'll be on the one cut. It'll have the same intro music. It's on the YouTube video and stuff. So if you like that intro, there's also a video that goes along with it. If you're listening to this in Apple Podcasts, then you should go check out our YouTube channel.
Are we gonna head over to any other platforms, Chris?
I don't know what other platforms are there.
There's Spotify.
Oh, then yeah, we'll hit Spotify too. Like you both said that. All right, I should have thought of that. Yeah, we'll be on Spotify too. It said that that's not working now, but yeah, we'll be on
Usually
Spotify.
The main two.
Yeah, Apple Music,
One.
And that's
Apple
where
and
most people
Spotify.
get their views anyways.
Yeah.
We've been kind of designing this a bit for video first, but hey, we're full-fledged on audio now anyways. So
Yeah.
if you're on Apple Podcasts, nothing changed anyways.
Yeah.
So congratulations and thank you for the views. And that's Clueless Company. Okay, that's all we are.
You gotta hit TikTok for the advertisement.
Oh God. Yeah, the day we start making TikToks, the day we actually have time for you guys to come over and fucking do shit all the time.
And TikToks.
Let's have Gerardo do some TikTok dances. Look forward to it.
Right. That'll be what's the trend nowadays? I don't even know.
We'll have to find one
That's
or
fine.
make one.
Oh, we'll make one. True.
How much recording have we done actually?
We'll bring back the Renegade.
A long time.
I started mine just a
Listen,
little
I have another
bit.
disc I put in real fast.
Oh.
Another recording, but it doesn't matter. We've already been recording a long time.
Yeah, it's almost been an
Yeah.
hour.
Good. So, oh, I don't know. Next upgrade would probably be better camera. That's a YouTube problem. It clearly isn't
That is a YouTube problem.
not working out for us right now, anyways. But I mean, most podcasts, since they're like radio shows, are just showing off and get more views on Apple and Spotify, anyways. I feel like people like to listen in cars and as they're going around. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares? We'll work when it works. The video is the hardest part for us at this point.
Like we said, work in progress.
I think what's most
Perfect
important
out of the
is
womb, just like me.
what's most important is sound, since
Yeah,
Apple
which
and
was
Spotify
terrible
probably
for a
bigger.
while, and thankfully anyone on Apple Podcasts didn't have to listen to that terrible sound. Although one day they'll go up as prequels, just like Star Wars did, and
They'll-
people will
they'll
hate
go up-
them just like they hated the sequel.
we'll
of
go
the
up on
prequels.
a different account. If you can find it, let us know.
Oh, we'll put a code in at one point. If we get good engagement, fuck it. I'll do fucking scavenger hunts on the internet. Screw it. I'll put that shit together.
Yeah.
That'll be fun as hell.
You'll have to. Oh, the hints will be somewhere in the podcast episodes. You have to listen to the whole thing to find it.
No, they might even be in the YouTube videos, like hidden
Yeah,
around little
like that.
markers and shit.
Yep.
Might even have to look at the video version to find them.
There might be an episode where we just straight out say, "Who knows?"
Who knows at this point?
It's just an edit right here. Click here.
Can't do it now because we don't have a separate account that we made or anything. So
Yeah.
They don't know that.
exactly.
Oh, this will be full-fledged best audio, I think. We're all have good mics. We're all recording finally in the same bit and the same kilohertz.
Yeah.
And stereo. Because Apple being Apple didn't want any mono fucking sound audio.
Who wants
files.
mono?
Yeah, I don't want
No one wants mono. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the pain in the ass. I don't know if changing from mono to stereo like corrupts audio or anything. If it just copies it twice, I really don't know. I'm not a sound engineer or some crap. I really don't know. But that was a pain in the ass, and I'm pretty sure it contributed to quite a lot of echo on our app podcast. So if you don't like that first one, the second one's way better, as I'm sure you can already fucking hear. But this one's way better. Oh, I don't know. Is there other crap we should talk about this week?
I don't know. Not a lot of good things, or not a lot of new things happened.
I think we touched on the biggest topics of the past week.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for new shit to come out, like new series.
Oh, I want new Apex shit for games.
We've been getting a lot of teasers of the
Yeah.
next season.
A lot of info for Apex recently.
I've seen videos of possible buffs for Gibraltar, Watson, and Bangalore. Bangalore being
Good.
her smoke, obviously.
Good.
No,
With so many scans nowadays, it's impossible to use her smoke.
Yeah.
Watson, because, well,
It's pretty useless,
Yeah.
especially in the new map, the way it looks.
well, Gibraltar, interestingly, although Gibraltar is very big in pro circles, is very underused in casual.
Really? He has a freaking shield. How is he not used?
In pro circles, like they use him really well because they can coordinate that. But apparently in casual, his pick rate's only like 3%.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So,
Not good.
I guess not.
Wow.
I think I've seen a decent amount of caustics, but I guess not caustics, Gibraltar's, but I guess it's just me.
Just
Doesn't
you
seem like
see it.
3% to me, but
Yeah, well,
Everything, math.
it's just that same person every time.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, percent changes rarely get noticed, I feel like, for general populace. You really have to look and pay attention to them. And even then, in gameplay, it kind of doesn't make a huge difference, but it's like an average dice roll type of difference, where it's like, now we change it so when you roll the dice 6 times, you end up getting more of the 4s and 5s instead of the 1s and the 6s and stuff. It's more like on the average, it works out.
Another rumor I heard for a buff was Pathfinder's passive, which is essentially useless. Right? It's to scan
Oh, where you
the
get your
things
ult
and you
with
get
the
your ult
scan.
back.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, in situations it works for movement or guess, but it's essentially useless. What someone said on a YouTube video was his passive might be to zoom 4 to 10 times without his weapon drawn. So it's like his eye is zooming in, his robotic
Oh,
eye.
so you can see really far. I mean, that's
Which is kinda also
okay.
useless,
Yeah.
but-
If I would love...
So to use it like a telescope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a sniper, basically. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't... I don't know. That's not
Sniper
good
with
to me.
no bullet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good to me.
It's just a scope.
Yeah,
I'd be fine if
basically.
they did like cooldown like his ult was a cooldown reduction on his his like grappling hook, and maybe increase the speed that you were swinging at, and that like it pulled you and stuff. So it'd be cool if the ult honestly just made his LB better, like his grappling hooks. The grappling hook's like the best part.
Yeah.
So I would even be down just for a like a buff to his like LB on the cooldown.
Yeah. I mean, with all the movement kicks now, I definitely feel like Pathfinder's not used as much.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Valkyrie, like a lot of times I already used Pathfinder, and to like get up to a spot faster than others.
Or Horizon.
It's like I just end up using Valkyrie or Horizon.
Or Octane, which his ult comes a lot faster. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ends up not really working out, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
characters need to change, and I keep seeing the other game that I feel like it's got to be dead at some point. Is Overwatch 2. I just saw recently people getting shifty because they did. For anyone who doesn't know, Overwatch, fucking lane game, basically lane fighting game, really simple normally. You just have a team of 5 or 6v6, And they had the idea of 2 tanks, tank and a sub-tank. They changed that, so now there isn't really a tank. They are even in talks just to change the name of it to Brawler. But they keep having to make changes to all of the tank and minor tank characters, which were a fair amount of fucking characters. And it's taken years. It took years they've been working on this stupid game. It's just like an overhauled version of Overwatch 1. I don't even know how many, like, assets are new. Like, you had to create new objects and stuff. Like, I don't even know. They've been doing it forever. And they always talk about balancing. They're like, oh, yeah, we had to balance the Xenia character, Zendaya or whatever character, and, like, and then this one. And then fans aren't happy with the balancing they did. Instead, I'm like, how long do you have to balance characters for? In a game that's just a V2 of the game you already had.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I honestly forgot they were even coming out with Overwatch 2. I haven't paid attention to Overwatch in so long. I know it's still big in some circles, but
Still big esports wise.
yeah.
Like esports is the one thing that it kind of like hooked on to well, but it's a great game. It's one of those games that like game developers talk about saying how well designed it is, but it's like on the front end it's super simple.
Yeah.
You know, it's like at this point it's just getting old. It's like, yeah, I'm not even really excited for an Overwatch game to come out anymore. It's like now we're going into battle royales and shit. Like Overwatch 1 still came out in like the pre-battle royale era basically. It was like right when Fortnite was getting big.
Yeah.
It's like before it like when Fortnite was gaining steam, I think. So it's like it like Overwatch is from a different era of games almost in size-wise and player count.
Yeah.
And they're having problems still digging up the characters from that past era.
And there's just other shooters I'm more looking forward to.
Or what?
There's other shooters I'm more looking forward to than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
There's Halo coming out. There's Battlefield.
Definitely excited for that.
Yeah.
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 What season is Apex in right now?
10.
10?
Going to 11 in,
11.
I don't know, like
I think 10
a
days.
month or something.
I think, I guess 11 or 12 days. Oh, right, because the ranked starts later than the actual thing comes out, right? Yeah. It's probably like a month.
So now the Prowler is the end. The end skin is for the Prowler.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it.
I'm hoping that the actual 110 skin for it looks better. Because I just don't like, I'm okay with how it looks. It's not like the best, but I don't hate it, admittedly. Like, I didn't like the insect one from the last, like, the season. I didn't like the
that was
insect
for the
one.
vault?
Oh, was it?
Was it for the vault? Well, which one was that for? The bug?
The Vault.
The vault,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Volt. I heard Vault. I'm just an idiot.
Oh.
I didn't really like that one. I just didn't like the design of it. It wasn't anything I really wanted to use as much. This one, design is okay. I don't hate it. But yeah, the color scheme just isn't there to me. It's like bright pink and bright blues, which is fine. It's really like spray art, you know?
Yeah.
But the spray art stuff they keep adding to the game just doesn't fit the rest of the game.
It's not getting
What I'm
better.
looking forward to most is the map.
Yeah. new
Finally get
map.
another new
Yeah.
map
It's supposed to be really lane heavy now.
in Tropical, which will be
Yeah.
cool.
So there's like a jump pad or whatever the thing is.
Yeah, it's like the Halo launch thing.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
they
What was that in
call it.
Valhalla? In the Halo map?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the Halo map is called Valhalla.
I just don't remember what they call it though. Like the specific name. Whatever.
Launchpad.
Launchpad, whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah.
Whatever.
It was weird. That is one game I am looking forward to. When I was looking at like the list of new games coming up, the next one I'm really interested in. 'Cause Battlefield's getting a lot of flack right now. Crap ton of flack. It's making me less like confident in it. My excitement's going down. I'm probably gonna get it. I hope it's gonna be a good shooter. But I'm excited for Halo. Like, cause that comes out. I think it's either December
Yeah, probably. I think.
or it might be early next year or something. But I'm excited for that one. Like we haven't had a really good new Halo game in a while. I'm ecstatic. I don't know. I just haven't been. I don't know. Like my excitement for games has dropped so much recently. So it's like I'm happy to have a Halo to look forward to. I think it's like when you have a show to look forward to at the end of the week.
Yeah, December 8th.
There you go.
I'm still excited for Battlefield.
Yeah, I guess
It's been a
people
long
just
time.
people haven't been liking the specialist style classes. Because there's certain things that are like that only certain classes can do, kind of. And it makes it so it was like a best like specialist class, I think. So I think people were just annoyed in that way. But yeah, I mean, I haven't played it. I didn't try it. From what everything I hear is great, you know, of like the actual things that they're putting out. It's like things I want. It's just, yeah, the feedback from players has just been like the game doesn't feel great, or like it stutters, or the guns kind of don't feel good, or it's just been like weird little quality kind of things like that. I'm like, all right, well maybe it's like, all right, well I'm hoping it was an earlier build, you know.
Yeah.
I know everyone's arguing about that, whether it was or was not an earlier build. I see that online a crap ton.
Potentially fun game coming out in about a week is Riders Republic.
I did try the beta on that.
Oh, is this the bike one?
This is basically like Steep, but just not in the snow.
Oh, we actually have to go soon. I didn't see the time.
Oh,
We'll have a sharper ending than I thought.
yeah.
I did try Riders Republic on an out note on the beta. Wasn't as fun as I thought, but they really limited you in the beta.
Yeah.
So that wasn't great. But yeah, I'll have to
It's,
do
a,
that.
it's, you know, it's gonna be a very casual game to play. Just fuck around and have fun.
Yeah. Is it free? No.
Is it coming? I don't know if it's
I don't
coming
know.
to Game
If
Pass.
it's on
or
Game
not.
Pass, definitely get it. But
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll definitely have to end it there. Fucking, this has been Clueless Company episode, I think 14. Yeah, I hope
Like,
you guys.
comment, subscribe, and
Bye.